What's more important? Is it the people that know you or the people that you know? On today's episode, I'm going to break it down for you and share the insights of what I believe can change the trajectory of your company quickly. So with that said, let's get started.
I'm more Kevin Steele. I'm more Kevin Steele. I'm here to help and teach him what I know and how I did it. To discover freedom. There ain't no question more Kevin's when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker. But I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker.
Hey there, it's your boy Mark Evans. DM. Hope you're having an amazing day. Sitting here, just got back to the house here in Parkland, Florida. Hope you had an amazing Mother's Day. As I'm talking to you, my wife and I, we left early Saturday and came back early Monday. We went and hung out at the Four Seasons there in Fort Lauderdale, a new place. My wife kind of likes to go to new places and hang out and all that. But it's kind of cool. We were sitting there hanging out, and the kids were over in Naples, Florida with the in-laws. And so it was just us hanging out, meeting some cool people, whatever. But we woke up early Monday, and we were going to leave it Monday around 2 o'clock. But we woke up early, and, I did my workouts, did my thing, whatever, come back to the room. She's like, hey, I'm kind of done. You want to head back? And I'm like, absolutely. It's pretty cool to, and this isn't bragging, by the way, but it's pretty cool that we love our life that we've built so much. We're not trying to avoid it or get away from it. Like, we actually like being a part of it. And it wasn't always like that, honestly. So I've always made like an honest effort and attempt to, create a badass life and, oh man, I got to go here to escape. Well, I went there to reset, disconnect to reconnect. It's pretty powerful. So that's what the Four Seasons meant for me, right? My wife she wanted to just hang out and check it out. And I wanted to, have a lot going on, have documentaries being done, multiple books being created, events going on, and, the DM Alliance is growing, and, just, it's a lot of cool stuff, right? And it can get overwhelming when you set up big expectations on yourself, which if you're here listening to the making of the DM, that's why you're here. You're capable of more, and you want more, and more importantly, you're doing something about it. So I commend you on that. Before I get started today, it's not what you know, it's who you know. I'm going to share my insights on that because I think a lot of people don't understand what that really means. I clearly know a lot of people don't because I see how they do it. It's wrong. But for being here on the show, we get so much feedback and so many neat people I get to meet from all over the world from the podcast show here. So wherever you're at in your life, I talked about this last week, but you're where you need to be. It might not be where you want to be, but it's where you need to be to make that, that pivot, that trajectory movement, or that moment in your life, in your business, where it's going to catapult you. So if this show makes an impact on your day, on your life, gives you some insights, makes you smile, and helps you become a better human being in any way, shape, or form, all I would ask is that you share the show on social media. Tag me at Mark Evans DM. It's always interesting to me. We have a lot of people listen to the show, and I wish we had more people sharing the show. It allows a lot of people, I don't charge for this. If I wish I could talk to all of you one-on-one, I truly do. It's just, that's not how life works. But it'd be a great way to, show that, hey, the show's making an impact and, it's helping you. And I know a lot of you leave 5-star reviews too, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys for that. So I want to talk today about, it's not what you know, it's who you know. There's actually two sides of this as well. It also is who knows you. So let's start there. Think about this. Michael Jordan, the guy's made billions of dollars from people he doesn't even know. Literally. From people he'll never meet. He'll never know who they are. He won't know who he's inspiring and all that. But they know who he is. It's very powerful because he's in the right channel. He's done the right work. And now, people are wearing Jordan stuff everywhere. It's such a huge brand, billions and billions of dollars. So think about that. It's not who knows you. It's not who you know, it's who knows you, right? So who knows you? What are you doing to get people to know you? By the way, this podcast, a lot of people know me through the podcast, but I don't necessarily know you as an individual yet, right? Same thing with my books. People reading the books, I get messages every single day. Hey man, I read this book, blah, 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 whatever, which is awesome. And then I get to know them, I get to forge relationships with them and such. But if I didn't write the book, if Jordan didn't show up to practice every day, if he didn't persevere through pain and struggle and all that stuff, no one would be knowing who he is. So my question to you is, what are you doing to get people to know who you are? What are you setting up? What are you building? What are you creating in your life and in your business? Do you have a blog? Do you have a website? Do you have an email list? Do you have social media? Do you have books? Do you have a podcast show? Do you do events? What do you do that is amplifying your voice to get people to know you? True story. I always knew I wanted to be, when I say famous, I'm not talking like a celebrity famous, like, on TV, but I always wanted a lot of people to know who I was, because I knew the more people knew who I was, the more I could make an impact. When I was 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, my parents still have a lot of this stuff. I used to sign my skateboard. I signed my name to it and dated and everything, because I always said, man, one day this will be worth money. One day this could be in a museum 300 years from now. I did something big in my life. Keep in mind, I'm like 14 doing this. This could be somewhere, and it could like mean something. Are you thinking like that? Are you thinking, a lot of people's thinking, how do I make a quick buck today? I always think in long-term, like very long-term. Because if not, it's got straight up, it's so easy to make money. It's so easy to make a sell, but it's not easy to build a long-term business, to create long-term value with prospects and clients, to build, forge, and massive relationships. It takes a lot of work. It's a different cadence. It's a different team. Everything's different. And I can tell you this, to be honest with you, it's not very fulfilling just making money off of short-term things. I know, I've done it. Man, make quick $1 million. Cool. Okay, I'm empty still. Okay, well, I got to make more money. Cool, I made more money, but I still feel like shit. So I genuinely want, the biggest thing for me is like being around great people, striving to do better, taking information that can help make their life easier, seeing them implement it and execute and live a better life, do more. Like, that is the best feeling in the world. And there's no way a dollar amount you could ever put on that for me. The cool thing about that concept is I make more money. They make more money. I'm more fulfilled. They're more fulfilled. It's not lopsided. It's not one-sided. It reminds me when I was 18 years old, I saved up to buy a pair of Jordans. I think it might have been 17, actually. I was 17. I saved up a lot of money. Back then, it was like $120. That is a lot of money when I was a kid. Like, literally, that's like working 2.5 years of my life saving, right? So $120. Keep in mind, I had a car. I had to pay insurance. Like how I grew up, you know, if you drove, you had to pay gas and insurance, and you had to work and whatever. So Jordan's not sitting around thinking, man, this little kid from small town Ohio that has duct tape on his tennis shoes is working really hard and inspired by me to save for years to get money to buy my shoes. Instead, he's focused on the big vision of what he's created, his brand, helping people, be a beacon of opportunity, be a beacon of light. He's understood his real value to the marketplace. It makes him feel good, clearly, like it means something to him. See, I know sometimes looking at wealth, we think, oh man, it was so easy for them, or it was just handed to him or whatever. But like, if he didn't show up, if he didn't do what he did, no one would know who he is. Like literally, I put those Jordans on. I forget what they're even called now, but they had the two holes in the tongue of the shoe. You know, pulled up the black, the red, the white. Dude, I literally put them on. I felt invincible, laced up. I'm ready to go. It was a huge deal. And I genuinely, I'm shooting straight with you. I want people to feel that way with the DM. Because the DM is not by the way, Michael Jordan is not about being Michael Jordan. It's about what it stands for. We can all be our Michael Jordan of our own life. The DM, to me, when I see people sport it, it absolutely makes me smile. It gets me excited. Why? Because I know that this means something to them and they're going places. Because they've embodied it in their life. Like, dude, this is like, it's a cape. I put on the DM shirt as I'm talking to you. I'm wearing a black DM shirt. I put that thing on and dude, I feel good. I'm down at the pool at the Four Seasons in a DM shirt and a DM hat. And the guy's like, dude, what the hell does the DM stand for? I'm like, oh, on the back it says deal maker. I'm a deal maker. But the truth is it really means dream maker as well. He's like, you ain't going to believe this, but my Peloton name is deal maker. Huh, go figure. So we start talking, and what we realize is one, he's doing some amazing stuff in the finance space out of New York City. Great guy, 2 kids, him and his wife, and we're just talking because of the DM stands for something. There's lots of deal makers out there, but what does it really embody? What does it mean? Being a deal maker doesn't mean you're just making money. It means you're actually you're so much bigger than that, right? If you don't know what the DM stands for, go listen to show number 1. I go pretty in detailed about it. Deal maker. You put on the shirt, dude, you feel today's the day. We all have those days, right? Like, dude, when is it ever going to stop? Just show me a sign. When's it going to pop? That's what I want to talk to you about today. I want you guys to be a DM of your life. I want you, I don't care if it's, find something that you stand for. See, a lot of people wear, the polos and what is that? A guy on a polo? I mean, they're nice shirts maybe or whatever, but like, dude, put on a cape. When you put on the DM hat, it means something. People are going to ask you. They're going to conversate with you. People don't know who you are. Now are going to connect with you based off of a hat or a shirt or both. I swear on my life, it happens everywhere I go when I wear the shirt and hat, which is often. Connect with people. Get to know who they are. What are they doing? That's what it's about, right? So it's not about, again, so that's the piece that who knows you, which is really cool, by the way. It's a really, ego aside, it's amazing to see people sporting the DM stuff. I'm honored. I know what it stands for. I know what they're going through. When I see it, it's instant connection. Instant. Because I know what they stand for. I know what, it's amazing. And it's very powerful. So, who you know. See, a lot of times people are like, dude, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But what does that mean? Think deeper on that question. Think deeper on that thought, I should say. It's not who you know. Is it like who you know has money? Is that what that means to you? What does it mean? Here's what it means to me, and I hope this is what it means to you. Since 1996, I've been going to live events, masterminds, conferences, meetups, etc. My best friends in my life have come from those events. When you can come to a room full of people that are coordinated through one message and understanding, like, i.e. the DM, and you get in a room, the energy and synergies that will happen are absolutely unstoppable. It could be someone you're sitting beside. It could be someone you meet in the elevator. It could be meeting someone you meet in an Uber line. It could be someone you meet on the plane heading to the same event. I'm telling you, game-changing, life-changing conversations and meetings and outcomes that I've had going to live events. Just because you don't know someone doesn't mean that there's not an opportunity right on the other side of that. When you show up and meet people, this is what it means to me, who you know. I need to get to know who you are. The way that I do that is go into an environment that has these kind of conversations, these kind of thoughts. Picture this. June 29th and 30th in Cleveland, Ohio, we're going to have 500 people sitting in a room. I hope you're one of them. The investment's simple. It's so silly. Like everyone can afford it. But when you come, you're going to leave your family. You're going to sit in this room and you're going to learn how to grow your business, grow your life. And most importantly, you're going to meet people there for the same reasons. Like, how in the world could this be a bad investment? How in the world could this be a bad investment? The only way it could be is if you literally fly and sit in your room and lock the doors and do nothing, right? Who are you talking about your success? This sounds crazy. A lot of people listening to the show are successful in their own right. A lot of people want to get more successful. A lot of people have challenges that are making progress. But who do you genuinely connect with and talk about this shit with? For real. When you go into a room for growth and everyone in there is the grow, everyone's arms are wide open, egos are checked at the door, and they're there to assist and help and guide and connect. You make an investment, say it costs you $2,000 all in to fly and pay the ticket and get the hotel rooms and all that. How in the world couldn't you turn that into millions of dollars in a room like that? For real. I've done it every single time. A room of 68 people changed my life forever. 18 years old, sitting there, first row, 4 seat over, sitting beside Connie, sitting beside Steve, literally. And I saw this guy make a phone call and I connected with all these people. I didn't have the money. I didn't have the resources to make it happen. I made it happen. I knew the importance of people. See, the truth is, I couldn't go to my mom and dad to get money. They didn't have any. I couldn't go to my uncles. They didn't have any. I couldn't go to my aunts. They didn't have any. I couldn't go to my friends, family, or anything. They knew me as the snotty-nosed brat kid. Why would I trust you with $25,000 or whatever the number was back then? It's who you know in the right rooms. See, when you show up to a room and you're coming there with the intention to connect and share and talk, magic happens. Remember in 2004, I was in Detroit, Michigan at the airport, and it's kind of like at the hotel airport, big event. I met people I didn't even know existed that I'm still best friends with today, 18 years later. I can tell you every single event I've went to, I'm still connected with at least one person, if not multiple people that I still do business with or am still have done multiple things with over the years. What are you doing to build up your Rolodex of opportunity? You come there today, you're having a challenge in your business and you solve the problem, but yet guess what? You meet 3 people and that one other person comes with an opportunity. You have a solution. You put the 2 pieces together and you both make a lot of money, create a great relationship, and now you're off to the races. See, the thing is, most people hunker down at their hometown in their little circle, and they sit there and they're trying to figure, what is wrong? Why isn't it working? Dude, the answer is real simple because you haven't fucking left the building. You haven't left your environment. If that's uncomfortable, get uncomfortable. You're worth it. Get outside of your network. Talk to people you've never talked to before. But Mark, I'm not good at networking. Stop using that as a fucking excuse and get your ass to an event. You don't have to be good at it. You just have to show up. That's like saying I don't go to church because I don't want to go to church because it's out of my comfort zone because I might run into someone, they might say hi, and I don't know how to say hi back. It's bullshit. I'm talking fly. Get in a plane and travel outside of your area and show up to Cleveland, Ohio, June 29th and 30th. When you land, you meet people, you connect, You get out of, like, it literally sets off a chain of events. You start connecting with people. You start changing your mindset. You're kind of uncomfortable. You're kind of like, oh, it's awkward. I haven't really traveled for a while. Oh my God. Okay, I'm on the plane. Okay, it's delayed, but we're going to get there. Boom, you land. You get to the hotel, you check in. While you're checking in, you meet 3 other people wearing DM shit. And you're like, dude, you're here for that? Yeah, I'm here for that. Where'd you from? Oh, I'm from Wisconsin. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from California. Cool, man. What do you do? I do this. You do that. Oh, man, that's all. Hey, do you know Steve John? Hey, do you know, like, boom, connect. I see so many people doing it wrong in your little circle, in your little environment, wondering why this shit ain't working. Get around people. It's fun. Make it a game. Recently did that event here about 6 weeks ago here in place in Parkland, and we had about 150 people there. There was this guy, Donald. He literally talked to every single person but 3 people. Literally. He turned it into a game to connect. And from that game, the guy's going to create millions of dollars. He's created massive amounts of connections. He's gaining more resources for his connection, his opportunity book. If you keep fishing in the same pond expecting different fucking fish, you're fishing in the wrong pond. Or you're just absolutely wishful thinking. My dad always said, Mark, you can shit in one hand and wish in the other. Which one's going to fill up faster? Right? I want you guys to be so successful. It makes me sick. Because I know what it's like on the other side. When you get enlightened and you meet the guy or gal that could drive your company to the next revenue. When you hear something at the event and you're like, literally, I'm swearing my life. I remember this time I was laying in bed. I did not want to go to the event. I had too many drinks the night before, truthfully. And I was like, dude, I can't go. I was like, fuck, Evans, you came here. You flew all the way to California. You spent $2,500 to be here. You have to go there. It was like someone was tapping on my shoulder saying, get up. I got out of bed, cleaned up, and went downstairs. And to this day, I still do business with the guy sitting beside. Literally still do business. This is 15, 16 years ago. Him and I generated massive 7 figures together. But if I laid in bed and didn't get up and didn't do this, I did the uncomfortable to connect. There's someone that's amazing at technology that you need plugged into your business. If you just met this person, they could streamline it, expedite it, and get you results. 3 years ago, I went to an event. I go to events every year. 3 years ago, this is 2 years ago. When was COVID? Yeah, 3 years ago. Now, gosh, time's flying, right? Right when all this COVID stuff was going on, I went. I'm not scared. Nor were the people in the room. Guess what? That's a qualifier. We're in the room, we're connecting, we're talking. I'm literally going to generate $20 million at least. We've already made millions, but at least $20+ million in 3 years or less with that meeting. By me showing up, by him showing up, by the guy hosting the event putting it on and us paying to be there. He qualified the room for me. Just like I take this very serious. I qualify the room for you too. People are investing to be in there. They want to be there. They show up just like you will, and magic happens. You're only one connection, one deal, one conversation away from a totally different life if you put yourself in that situation. See, the thing is, you're talking to the same people about the same bullshit, and you're expecting different results. We know what that means. Insanity. That's why you're going insane. That's why your profits aren't crushing it. That's why people get overwhelmed and frustrated and burnt out. It's impossible to get burnt out when you're hanging out with electrifying people, when you're meeting new people doing shit that you didn't even know was possible. You meet this guy, Greg, and you're sitting in your situation. Greg's from North Carolina, and you're like talking about what he's doing. He's like, dude, I did this and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I sold the company for $18 million. You did what? I'm trying to figure out how to fucking make $180,000 a year, and you sold something for $18 million? And you talk to him, you're like, this guy's not smarter than me by far, but he knows something I don't know. And then you start connecting and you start liking them and you start following them on social media and you start, sending, thumbs up pictures and liking his stuff and connect. Like, that's how this works. I promise you. If you step up and show up, whatever you're dreaming about will show up 100%. See, everyone thinks being successful is it's just a lonely island. It's lonely at the top. Well, if you're lonely at the top, it's because you've topped out of your circle and you need to go elevate your circle to find a new top. Because whatever level you think you're at, there's 100 other levels above you and beyond. Trust me, I know. I used to think like that. Well, Evans, man, dude, you got this, man. You're generating tens of millions a year. No one's going to teach you shit. So I kind of let off the gas for a second, and I wasn't filled. I had challenges that we all have challenges in life and business, and I wasn't hanging out with new people. I was the guy, you always hear, you want to be the dumbest guy in the room. The problem is I was becoming the smartest guy in the room, and that's a problem because I'm not that fucking smart. So I started investing in money, hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to be in different rooms that literally had me I was like a lost puppy. I felt dinky, not ginormous. That's where you need to be. It's not about being dumb. It's about dude, I'm here to learn and win in life. And I want to be an amazing people to do this with. I don't know all the answers. Come there with my unique ability. Come there with what I've done and where I want and share your story. That's all you got to do. And before you know it, especially if you're in the right rooms, they'll start plugging up the holes for you in your model. They'll start getting your team rowing the boat in the right direction. If you're frustrated, you need to be here. If you're overwhelmed with your results or underwhelmed with your results, you need to be in Cleveland, Ohio. It's a no-brainer. Even if you just come to learn about experiencing what it looks like at the next level. Everyone comes for different reasons. This is not a drunk fest. Don't come here to get wasted. Come here to connect. Come here to change your life. Come here to have a better life, better quality of life. There's people I literally have met since 1996. I've been on family vacations with, birthday gifts, weddings, everything by going to a meeting like this. It's small enough to be intimate, but yet it's big enough to make massive connections. The people that show up in Cleveland, Ohio, June 29th and 30th, I guarantee you'll 100 to million extra returns of what you make the investment. It's impossible to lose. Impossible. You just showing up and getting in a room of people that are ready to serve is absolutely game-changing. I have nothing to sell at this event. Zilch. There's nothing to buy. I want to bring a room of players. I want to bring a room of people that want to connect. I want to bring a room of people who want to make an impact. I want you guys to get known. We'll have TikTok famous people there, guys that have millions of views a day. We'll have people there that are crushing and doing millions of dollars a month in business, many millions a month. We'll have people that own $500 million to $1 billion in real estate. We have a guy that manages billions of dollars of money showing you how to get access to money to grow your bottom line, your business. See, if you have a business and you're trying to grow your business out of your bank account, you're strangling it all the time. And I'm not saying go raise lots of money and do all this shit and dilute your equity and all that. There's a lot of different ways to go about this. But my guys, we're very old school, I should say, where we know how to raise money and we know how to put them in deals and we know how to generate massive revenue. Partners make money, you make money, and you grow. So if you're stalled out or you're overwhelmed or you need access to more capital, That one 30-minute talk and connection with the guy could change your fucking life forever. Literally. How do I know? Because I met him 5 years ago, and him and I's done millions of dollars of business together, many millions. I'm not bringing up public speakers that speak all across the world. I'm bringing up real guys I've done real business with. I just had dinner with the guy, him and his fiance, last night. 28 years old, has raised tens of millions of dollars, generates millions of dollars a year in revenue, and he's going to be sharing about how he does it. And he's been doing it for the last 8 years. He's 28 years old. Who's going to give a kid 22 years old tens of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars? Well, he knows how to do it. He's going to share with you. There's nothing to buy. I see too many people working way too hard. What's the missing connection? Well, maybe the missing connection is simple as just showing up in the right fucking room. Got a guy there, massive developer. These are attendees, by the way. These are paid attendees that are coming to hang out and meet you. Got a lady that owns a restoration business, does $15 million a year. She's looking to expand into real estate. If you do real estate, this is a beautiful thing, by the way. Everyone coming here has something going on in business and life and all that. So the real estate guys are looking to do e-com. The e-com guys are looking to do real estate and vice versa. They're looking to expand their e-com business, but they're also looking to diversify into real estate. The real estate guy is looking to expand his real estate business, but also diversify into e-com. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why I'm buying companies and how I buy and how I'm analyzing them and what we're doing to execute the transaction, how we're raising the funds. I don't have to put any money in a deal to buy something for millions of dollars to net millions of dollars a year. $0. But Mark, hey, no one believes me. You've been around for 26 years. How am I going to get that? That's why you need to be in the room, because I'll show you how to get these guys to raise the money for you. You don't even have to raise it if the deal's good enough. Well, how do I know the deal's good enough? Because they're going to fucking tell you and show you. If you're great at operations and driving businesses, but yet you always struggle on growing the bottom line and all that because you're running this out of your bank account, you have to be there. There's people there that will make a lot of money with you. It's an exciting time to be alive. And June 29th and 30th will be absolutely mind-bending, game-changing to your life and business. It means so much to me to have you there. If I've ever given you any value for free on the show, out of all due, you must be there. Why wouldn't you show up? Well, I don't want to travel from Missouri. Drive, fly, walk, take a bus, take a train. I don't care. Just be there. Get in the room with people that want to grow. You want to grow, right? You want to grow your income. You want to grow your connections. You want to grow your relationships to another level. You want to become a better human being. You want to become a better leader. You want to, am I the only one that feels behind the 8 ball every day? Am I the only one that knows there's so much more opportunity than what I'm doing today? Am I the only one that knows there's just one relationship, one connect? That's what gets me up in the fucking morning. I could meet someone at the Starbucks or the local coffee shop just by checking in. True story. Last night when I was meeting my buddy, we were at a little bar restaurant waiting for them. The guy sits beside my wife because we're at the bar and there's no other seats. And I say, hey, man, what's going on? He has this huge beard, whatever. Start talking to him. And it's not, here. This is the opening line. Swear my life. I said, hey, man, how long did it take you to grow that beard? It's long. He started laughing. He's like, dude, that's a funny question. A long time, 15 years, maybe longer. And I was like, have you ever thought about shaving it? He's like, I don't think I'm ever shaving it. And then he's like, what do you do? Where are you from? Blah, 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 blah. Guess who I'm meeting tomorrow for lunch? The guy owns a race car team. He lives in San Diego. He owns 7 businesses generating hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And he's got all this crazy stuff going on. He's like, dude, I want to chill. I want to kick it with you. You're local. I want to hang out. Let's connect. Because I told him what I own some companies. I do this and that. Boom. We probably have some conversation. Could I make money with them? Could he make money? I don't know yet. I don't care about that. I'm just connecting. Here's what I do know. The more people I connect with at that level, the more opportunities or the chance I have to connect and make more money. So yes, I showed up, I conversated, and now there's an opportunity in the making potentially. If not, worst case scenario, he's a cool fucking guy. He's got some cool shit going on. Maybe it happens today. Maybe it happens 20 years from now. Maybe it happens never. But I got to add someone to my Rolodex that I could call on if I have, he owns a pretty big gold company. He owns a pretty cool race car company. Like, who knows? But there's a funny thing about this. This is a multimillionaire. I can get a hold of multimillionaires easier than I can get a hold of broke people. This is a true story. I see this all the time. Broke people don't answer the phone. They don't call people back. They're not consistent. They're infrequent at best. There's a reason. Success leaves clues. We hear these statements. We don't know what the fuck it means. That's what it means. I can send a text and say, yo, man, what's up? Connect today? Bring, hey, Mark, what's going on, man? I was thinking about you. What's going on? Boom. They don't avoid you. They don't ghost you for months, if ever. Forever, right? So get in the right rooms. Hang out with the right people. Whatever you want is on the other side of a connection. Anything. We have a new software being created for one of our companies. True story. A guy I met 5 years ago. I talked to him. I hit him up. I was like, Josh, here's our situation. He's a tech guy. Here's our situation. I have no clue what's going on. Do you know anybody can help us? He's like, dude, based off what you just told me, I know the exact guy. His name's Jonathan. He's done it for 2 other buddies of mine, just like your situation. And it's, under $20,000 and it's done in 3 days. This is something my team's been working on for 4 months. And I solved it with one conversation and one connection that I met 5 years ago. What is that worth? What is it worth? I'm telling you, look around. Pay attention. Look where you're struggling. Come intently to Cleveland, Ohio. Meet amazing people. I'll be there. I don't speak and run behind the scenes. I will be there 24 hours a fucking day for 2 days straight with you. I'm there. I'm staying at the hotel. It's funny. People in Cleveland like, man, I'm going to stay at my house. I'll save $500. Are you fucking stupid? You're missing the point. Sit in the room. Soak it up. Get away from the distractions at home. You're coming here to learn, to grow, to expand, to connect. See, our brains play, well, I got to get home, man. I got my this, that. Make a commitment to yourself to be better. Make a commitment to yourself to go there to learn and expand. See, the thing is if you leave, I literally live 30 minutes from the hotel. I could easily drive home. But what about the connections at the coffee shop? What about the connections when I'm working out in the gym at 4:30 in the morning? What about the connections when I'm having coffee before it starts? What about that walking down the hallway or up the escalator or up the elevator or down or whatever? Think of all these moments of connections. Because you're fucking penny foolish? Don't be silly. Indulge yourself. Just get involved. June 29th and 30th. It's a must. If you want to grow. Just like whatever you're struggling with can be solved so fast. That's me snapping my fingers. So fast. When you're in the right room. And then not only that, we'll finish it off with, I promise you, will be the most epic birthday party you've ever seen in your life. There are going to be some amazing things that happen there. You're going to, again, I'm all in. All in. You got to understand, this is hundreds of thousands of dollars to put on an event like this. I'm all in to make your experience epic. I want you to open up, to connect, to grow, to become the person you know you want to become, that you're capable of. The party alone would be worth the investment. It's exciting. I'm excited if you can't tell. If you haven't got your ticket, you can shoot me a private message at Mark Evans DM on social. It says Cleveland, Ohio, I'm in, and I'll send you a link. Or get over to markevansdm.com/Cleveland. markevansdm.com/Cleveland. I'm not trying to be hard selling this, but like, man, I know the people coming, like, they're going to change my life. My life. There's people in that room that will change my life. So how in the world couldn't it change your life? The truth is, it might be you. I don't know yet. I'm showing up there to create life-changing opportunities. I don't even know what those look like yet. But I always need help. I always have problems. I'm growing, I'm expanding, I'm pushing, I'm prodding. I need better people. I need more people. I need hungrier people. I need to connect with your people. I want to, that's what I think about in these things. I hope you do too. Because when you show up 12 months later or less, your life is going to look drastically different because of the people you met in the room. Now it comes really to, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Not only do they know you now, but you know a new group of people. And you're going to keep evolving this muscle, and it's going to keep getting bigger. See, I have 26 years of meeting thousands of tens of thousands of people over all these events. I'll be in mid-June speaking at an event of 2,000 people. I hope I get to meet every single one of them in person, one-on-one. That's my intention. The likelihood of that happening is slim to none, but I'm going to do everything I can to meet as many people as possible. Hey, man, what's going on? Oh, yeah, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Do you know this person? Not yet, but hey, you should know that person. Hey, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, do this. Hey, go to the website. Resourceful. When you go to the right room with the right intentions, dreams will become true. It becomes the truth. Your dreams are so close to a whole nother level if you show up. If you don't, cool. Have the same problems. Talk about the same stupid shit. Keep making the same excuses. Keep having the same, why do this to yourself? You don't have to believe me. Come to this event and watch it. Watch it happen for your life right in front of you because you took action. You realize this is real. You realize that you don't know everything. You need help. We all do. And if you do events, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've been to an event, think about those encounters. Do you know how much easier it is to get money from a stranger than it is from a friend? Let me say it again. Do you know how much easier it is to get money to do a deal from a stranger than it is from a friend? This sounds absolutely asinine if you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's the truth. You're going to meet a lot of people there with a lot of money. If you have deals, bring them. If you have capital, you want to invest in deals, bring that. Talk about it. Let people know what you're up to. Be specific. Show up intentional. I want this to be the best return of investment you could ever have. You don't have any, leave your wallet at home once you get there. There's nothing to buy. This is not like these events where people pitch you a product after product after product. That's bullshit. That's manipulating, and they're just trying to make money. I'm not making any money on this. 100% of the net proceeds will go to charity at this event. I've done this for many years, and I'm doing it. I'm going to continue to do it for the rest of my life. It's a great way to give back at a high level and many levels. I connect with you, you connect with people, and we connect with humans and charity. It's a very, very amazing full circle giving effect. I want you to be a part of it. I need you to be a part of it. If you're part of the DM tribe, if you're part of the DM world, this is something you can't miss. This happens once a year. If you miss this, you're going to wait a whole entire another year to potentially come again. Don't do that to yourself. There's no excuse under the moon unless you're dead on the 29th and 30th. For real. That's how serious it is to me. I know I'm a little jaded because it's my event, but it really is about you guys. It's the DM event. You'll see stuff you've never seen before at an event. I know what the team's putting in it. I know what we're putting into it. I know what we're doing. It's not the big stuff. It's the little stuff. You're going to have an epic experience when you get your ticket and show up. It's at markevansdm.com/Cleveland. Get your ticket. Let's get on board. Let's start to work. I'm going to do a pre-show, like a pre-event for you guys to get you ready to show up and show you how to monetize this to a whole nother level. My thought is every single person there could generate an extra $1 million. $1 million in business with the connections you can create at this event. Every single person. Every single person can do that. We're about to find out. See, a lot of people think about it, talk about it. Very few people will do it. Well, I know there's a lot of people listening to my voice right now. And if you're serious, stop thinking, start doing. Stop talking, start executing. You deserve it. You're better than that. But no one else can do it for you but you. You know that, and I know that. I hope to see you in Cleveland, Ohio, June 29th and 30th. Be ready. Dress to the nines. There's a tux party, like I said, on the 30th. It's going to be epic. Life-changing for all. So with that said, make today count, and I'll see you on the other side.
I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM Project. From a small town in Ohio, so I know how it is. And I come from a lot of money. I remember as a kid, wanted to make 100 racks. Didn't see no one making more than that. Graduated high school with a 1.8. They should've held me back. I hope my principals and teachers are alive just to witness this. I'm my own boss. I'm out here running 2-8-figure businesses. I can walk away from it all and I'll be good, but I've been called to help people just like y'all learn the game. It's time to ball. Everybody chasing the money, but I'm not chasing the money. I'm out here chasing the purpose. Yo, I've been working my whole life. What got us where we at isn't gonna get us where we wanna go. So it's time to push, time to learn, time to grow. I'm Mark Evans DM. I'm here to help and teach them what I know and how I did it to discover freedom. There ain't no question Mark Evans when he step in the door. He's closing deals. Time to tell him what the DM stand for. I'm a deal maker, but I'm not just a deal maker. I'm a dream maker. The journey's where it's at. It's all about the process. It's time to get over to the DM Project. I'm Mark Evans DM. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. Deal maker. DM Project.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.